What's going on, y'all? Hey, we back, and I done did a few things today. Oh yeah, I learned some stuff about the StreamYard app. If you notice right now, I got a background. What's going on? How you doing today? Hey, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. If you look, I learned something. I got a new background up. It looks good. Let me get out the way so you can see it. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm so happy about that. Let me see if I can make it full screen right quick. How do I go about that? I really don't want to change it because, boy, I tell you, when I make changes, let's see. So you can see it like that, and you can see it like that now. So I got a whole screen now if I want to, but I still like my favorite background, which is like this. I hate that it changes my color when I do it, but I just learned how to do that today. I got everything right. I couldn't pull pictures in because when I take pictures with my cell phone, it goes to a HEIC or something like that, and you got to use MP4s or whatever, MPEGs or whatever. I don't know. I finally figured out how to pull in a background. So now I'm going to look for a better background and I'll have it up here soon. But for now, you can see the train in the background. How about that? I went and got, I'll show y'all that when we get to it. I learned something else today, and I'm very, very proud of this as well. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, today I hit the ground running today, y'all. Got up. Well, I guess I should just show y'all now, shouldn't I? Hold on, work with me here. Oh, I'm happy about this. Here we go. Check that out. I finally figured out how to pull in pictures. I've been wondering, how do you get pictures to show? I have gone through a little bit of everything today, y'all, to get pictures. Well, not just today. Since I've been doing this live stream, that's what I'm saying. By working on this an hour at a time every single day, I'm learning something. Every single day, I learn something new. Hold on right quick. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. The background is working. I'm going to pull me down here in the corner, and you can still see me pretty good. So what I learned here today was in order to get photos into StreamYard, you have to make a, what is it called? Hold on right quick. Go to present slideshow. You have to do slides. And the other way you can do it is also by pulling in PDFs. So I use Keynote, which is an Apple product because everything that I have is Apple. I use Keynote. I go into Keynote. I made some slides today of just what I did for the day. I am still practicing, but I feel like because I am able to do this now, I am going to be able to show things a lot better. When I figure out what I want to talk about, we'll be able to talk about it. But for now, this is how the photos are coming in through Keynote. So let's go to the first slide right quick. Hey, this is the first thing I got this morning. Good morning. Monday is the day to use your motivation. And what I'm saying is Monday is my favorite day out the week. It truly is my favorite day out the week. And why is Monday my favorite day out the week? Because it's the day that I get to focus on all the things that I need to do. Everything that I need to do. I want to go through. Well, I guess I'm going to go through these slides. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. But Monday is my me day. It's the day that I take care of doctor's appointments. It's the day that I take care of things that I need to do around the house, things that I need to do around the barbershop. It's just my day. And even if I need to run any errands or take care of anything, it's the day that I do what I need to do. So here we go. Starting off, first thing this morning, I got up. Monday is my day. I do my yard work. So before I get out and I do any yard work, the first thing I do is I walk around and clean my yard. It's trash day today as well. So it's always trash blowing around after the trash man come, and I just walk through the yard and I pick up everything. Mostly everything that I picked up today was paper, but I threw it in the fire pit. We'll talk about that later. I got some, we'll talk about that later. But basically, as you can see, the Halloween stuff has come down. So there we are. Hey, all right, take it easy. I'll be here. So my hostas, I went ahead and took all those out as well today, and I cut them up. I do not rake stuff up and get rid of them. I just chop it back up with my lawnmower, and it becomes fertilizer for my yard. So yard work day That's what today was. I cleaned up the paper. I cut my grass. I went ahead and cleaned out my flower beds, stuff like that, getting ready for the winter season. The hostas were pretty much all dying out. Now my wildflower bed is still standing because it still has pretty flowers in it, so I'm not going to cut it down yet, but that will probably come in the next couple Mondays. So as you can see, I went ahead and cleaned or cut the grass. But if you look in this bottom right-hand corner, you can see that's my neighbor's yard on the other side of that tree. But you can see that it's plastic floating in his yard right there. And that's what I'm saying. Whenever the trash man comes, you can guarantee you're going to have to pick some trash up out your yard. And so I take my dog out. We do our training first thing in the morning, every morning. And on Mondays, one of our training is she goes around and helps me pick up the trash in the yard. And if I'm picking up sticks or something like that, I get her to carry something back to the fire pit for me. And that's what we did today. This is just me going through and showing that I finally finally figured out how to bring photos in. And I figure this is going to be a good way for me to do my talking points. Today, I spent most of my time editing slides and trying to see how to get photos to crop and putting in text and different things. But this is going to benefit me greatly because basically this is going to help with my presentation. And I can show my photos to the side like this so you can see the background better, or I can do like this, which I like this too, but I just don't like how you don't get to see everything as big. So this is becoming my favorite view when I'm showing pictures or video or slides. And this is what I'm going to do. We're going to keep going. I'm enjoying this now because having a background and being able to show photos, this is amazing to me. So I had a doctor's appointment today. I talk a lot about mental health and health of men. And what I'm saying is I talked to a doctor. I think it's good. It's a therapist. I mean, I think it's good for everybody to do so. And what my therapist told me today said, I am not willing to be the bad guy in somebody else's movie. And I don't really think about other people's movie. If I'm not the bad guy, it's because I just don't want to be a bad guy. I guess what I'm saying is my life is my movie. So I really don't worry about other people's movies. I worry about my own movie. And my movie is I am not here to be a bad guy. I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be a bad guy in somebody else's movie. I don't want to be a bad guy in my movie. How I view it is, and what we were talking about was like I was raised in a household full of women. And being raised in a house full of women, you always hear how men are. All men are dogs. All men are this. Men. And even today, I still see when I turn on social media, it's always like some male bashing coming my way. And it's like, even when guys try to be good, it doesn't seem, they say nice guys finish last, right? It doesn't feel like being good actually benefits you. But if you don't continue to be good, then you really get the short end of the stick, because then you play into the stereotypes. You play into, you give ammo to whoever. I'm going to skip this subject. I might want to talk about this later, but this was what my doctor said. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, I don't want to be the bad guy in my movie. And to be the bad guy in somebody else's movie, I'm saying a superhero is a superhero in every movie. You don't see Superman being the bad guy in anybody else's movie. You see him like, would he be the bad guy in Lex Luthor's movie? No, he's the good guy, even in Lex Luthor's movie. That's what I'm saying. Being the good guy all the time. I am who I am consistently, all the time. I don't worry about being the bad guy in somebody else's movie. I only think about my movie, and I try to be the good guy in my movie. Doing what is right is what benefits you the most. If you pick and choose when you want to do what's right, you will pay the consequence of doing the wrong thing. I appreciate my therapist, doctor, whatever you want to call her, but I don't have a problem or a care about being the bad guy in somebody else's movie, because I don't think about other people's movies. I think about mine. All right, let's keep moving. So today, like I said, I do my outdoor gardening and care, or whatever you want to call it. I don't have a garden outside, really. I got a flower bed. That's about it. I'm trying to work on the outdoor gardening, but I'm not as good as some people I know, which I'm going to be learning, but I ain't there yet. But so today, I went ahead. I have been wondering. So I've been doing a long journey with this indoor gardening. I started out growing things in water. That worked until it didn't. And then I moved into, well, let's see what happens if I put it in sand, because I had this one little thing grow in sand. And I was like, wow, if it can grow in sand, then everything should be able to. And that worked until it didn't. And basically, sand holds a lot of moisture and water, and it rots the roots of things, it rots the plants, and then you have a foul odor. It was horrible. So then I decided, and I learned, I'm not going to just say I decided, I learned that there's a reason why everybody uses dirt. So I said, I'm going to start using it too. So anyway, I started growing everything in dirt. And things are going great now. If you can't tell, these are all the basil plants and strawberry plants that I have now. Majority of those are all basil though. So I've been having an issue with watering schedule. Some things I've been watering too much. Some things haven't been getting watered enough. And since I'm learning, I don't know when things are good and when they're not. I am starting to learn the signs of when things don't look good. And whenever I see something that is dead or dying, I cut it off. Normally, I use that to make my basil salads, but I probably won't make one today because I cut a lot off yesterday and I just watered everything today. So what I am doing now is I am watering everything just on Mondays, and I'm going to start seeing how long things last with watering on Mondays, and that way I will not overwater. Now, what I am doing is I am oversaturating all the soil, and then any water that stays in the pan. And basically what I did is I took 2 of these red Solo cups full of water and I poured it in each one of those pans at the bottom. And I let it sit there until each cup absorbed as much water as it could, probably in about 20 minutes or so. And then any water that was left over, I poured it off. And that should make it so that every plant gets enough. Instead of pouring water into the top of the plants, I just let the water wick up from the bottom. And with it being in Solo cups, you can tell by the weight of the cup if it's moist inside or if it's empty. When the dirt is dry, the cups feel like nothing. When the dirt is like full with water, it is a very, very heavy cup. I am trying to make sure that I don't overwater anymore. So Mondays are the day that I'm going to water. And that's what I was doing today. I took all the cups and I put them on one surface, a level surface. I filled it up with 2 cups of water each one, let it absorb, and then I put them back in their normal place. And that's what I was doing today. And then the other plants, I went ahead and I filled them up with, I want to say 16 ounces of water each one. The blue ones, they got 8 ounces of water. The bigger ones got 16 ounces of water. And that was about it. Moving right along. This was impressive to me because these are strawberry plants right here. And if you look, you can tell that this one that's in the big picture, which the one in the purple as well, but the one in the big picture, it has its first flower on it. And that flower is where you will find your first strawberry. So I went ahead and I tried to swab it and then swab another flower so that they will be, I guess, I forgot what the word is. But anyway, I went ahead and I did that on these 2, and I have a couple more, but they're all starting to flower now. And that means pretty soon I will be seeing my first strawberry grow on these strawberry plants. I've never grown a strawberry plant. I'm going to be honest, strawberry plants take a very, very long time to grow in comparison to other things. By this time, these strawberries have been growing for like 2 months and they're not very big at all, where my basil has been growing for probably 3 months and I've been eating off of those things daily. So basil has become the fastest growing crop that I know of. And then these strawberries, they feel like they're going to take forever. And I am looking forward to producing my first strawberry. The only thing that I think is doing worse than any of this, I have a tomato plant. And that tomato plant, it looks like it's really, really suffering. I don't see it making it. I'd be surprised if I get any tomatoes off of the tomato plant at all. But I'm not really worried about the tomato plant. I just did that because I had the seeds. And so I decided I was going to do it. And this is one of the things that I did today was water everything in. Let's keep it going. All right. Mondays. This is the day I go wash my car. Like, this is part of my maintenance that I do. I mean, Monday, I have a routine on Mondays. I go to the gym, I wash my car, I get my fuel, but I started getting my fuel on Sunday because we go to Costco. So I got it yesterday, but I'm still sitting on the full tank of gas. I run the maintenance on my car off of the percentage meter. When my percentage meter gets down to 30%, I take it in for service at that point. Right now I'm at 90, so I still have a long ways to go. The next time I take it in, it's going to be one of the more expensive services because it's the 100,000 mile or 8-year service, and that is an expensive service for my vehicle. So that's where I will be. All right, so I said I get fuel on Mondays. Well, I just wanted to show this because I also talk a lot about budgeting. And by talking about budgeting, this is what I do every month now. When I go to the fuel to get gas, I track it in every dollar. And I tell people that they should really focus on budgeting, especially in times like now. Basically everyone's talking about how hard it is to function in this economy. And I'm saying when you do things to pay attention to where your money is going, it makes it a little bit easier. And then you just target the things that are must-haves first, and then you do the things that you would like to do later. And what I do to make sure that I am able to do the things that I would like to do is I try my best to save in areas of things that I have to do. One of the things that I have to do is get fuel. I budget myself for $150 of fuel a month. If you look, I have September, October, and November. And so we're in November. I got fuel yesterday. I only spent $18.03 on fuel yesterday. Well, back in September, I had $150 budgeted. I saved myself $45.68. That means I could have took that money and did something else with it. Now, the next month, which was October, I saved myself $83.40. So a total between the 2 months, the total that I saved myself was $129.08. That means that's something I can take if I didn't have a goal that I was trying to save towards right now. I would take that money and I would budget it towards something that I was interested in getting. If I have $129 that I can now do something with, then maybe I buy new equipment. Maybe I don't know, treat my family out to something. I don't know. What I'm saying is, this is the way, after you take care of your responsibilities, especially with budgeting, you can save yourself some money, and then it makes it a little bit easier to get the things or do the things that you actually want to do. So that's what I do. That's what I did. Let's keep it going. Oh, and this month so far, like I said, I still have $131 left for this month on fuel. If anybody wants to know what this app is, I'm saying this is the EveryDollar app, which I have a banner. Let's check out my banner for this. Slide that banner across, and that's exactly what I'm trying to learn. This is the EveryDollar app. I use it for everything. I use it for my business expenses. I use it for my personal expenses. I use it to track my income. Basically, I use it for everything, but I use the free version. I do not use the paid version, and this is the free version. The free version just means you have to put in everything manually. If you pay for a version, I think it's like $130 a year, maybe $140. I can't remember, but it's an annual subscription, and they will automatically send you your bank transaction. So if you're out spending money, and one thing that budgeting has helped me with, just like I don't agree with using debit cards, credit cards. Like, when you spend your own money instead of other people's money, it makes it much harder it makes you less likely to want to spend. When I have cash, I tend to not want to go in a store and break a bill. Like, if you had a $50 bill or a $20 bill, it's like, I don't want to break it. But if it's a debit card or a credit card purchase, You just swipe, it don't feel like nothing. And even more so, like they say, with the tap of a chip now, it makes it even more of a ease of doing. And if that makes sense, like you don't care about how much money you spend. I missed all my tickers. I should have used, I had this ticker ready, which was yard work. I should have put that one on there. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I should have used this ticker, but I didn't use this ticker for Office Garden. Let's see. Let's go back. Oh, there we go. Office Garden ticker. And that go with Office Garden. Hey, I'm still just trying to learn this app, y'all. So if you're watching or if you're not, it don't matter to me. This is for me to learn, and I am happy that I am doing so. So this was for the Office Garden still. And here we go with the Every Dollar Budgeting app. And basically, I already talked about this, but that is what I do for budgeting, especially for fuel. And this is how I save money so that I can do other things. Let's keep it moving. All right. Here we go. So today, I swim on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today, I went ahead and I swam. I had a little extra time on my hands because today was just such a productive day that I ended up swimming 40 laps today. I normally only swim 30, but today I felt good. The water felt good. There wasn't a lot of people in the pool, so it was just easy for me to get in 40 laps. I really love swimming. It has been the best workout that I've done in my life. It is both, it helps me mentally, it helps me physically. I get a good stretch after I'm done, and I don't feel like I'm going to fall or hurt myself. I stretch in the water and out the water. But it's just an activity where it feels like you're less likely to hurt yourself. Even if I do a stretch too hard, I don't have a problem with just falling into the water. It's pretty easy. And I just float. I don't do anything special. Swimming is amazing. I tell people just get in the water and try and keep your body warm. I don't care what you do. Even if you sit there with your arms and just swing your arms back and forth to keep yourself warm, if you can't swim. But the more time you spend in the water, just like anything, I'm saying 10,000 hours is what it takes to master anything. So if you get in the pool and the first day you get in, you don't swim all that great, it's not a big deal. You'll get better and better every single time you do it. Now, it takes a lot out of you. I'll kid you not. If I swim too late at night, which I swim probably around 3 o'clock this afternoon, my body temperature is still hot. I stay warm all day pretty much after I swim. It is an amazing workout, and I like this gym. I love this gym. I ain't gonna say like, I love the gym that I go to for this. It is amazing. Let's keep it moving. All right. So how did I get this background that I got right now? This background is just a green screen. And I went today and I purchased 2 different kinds of fabric. And the one that was actually cheaper is the one that you see right here. Let me see if I can find that other piece. It's not over here. But I have 2 different pieces of fabric up right here. But this one green one right here is actually covering it. Let me see if I don't need to, but I can turn off. I'm going to turn off my background right quick so you can see what it looks like. And then I'll just turn it back on. So this is the green background that I have up right now. And if you can see, I just stapled it to the wall. I was thinking about painting this wall green, but I'm like, why would I do that? I just went out and bought this fabric. I think this fabric cost me like, I actually screenshot it, but I think it cost me like, this one was $4. I bought 2 yards and I paid about, I might have paid $8. Might have been $4 a yard. I might have paid $8 for it, but it worked out great. And if you can tell, I can make it a brick wall. I can make it a background like this right here, and it actually looks like I'm really there right now. I can make it my logo like this right here. But that would be the same as the logo up on the wall. I guess you probably really aren't seeing that all that great. Excuse me. I've been up since early. Let me try this one more way. Here we go. And then let's go. Well, I'll just leave it like that because I really can't keep switching back and forth. Oh, hold on. We can. We're here to learn now, aren't we? Can I do it another way? All right. So we're going to come to this one. And now I should have shown it in here. All right. Let's leave this now and go to settings. Let's go to virtual backgrounds. And if you look now, I have a brick wall background, which I am seeing this right here. I need to move that out the way. And then we have, like I said, like I'm in an apartment somewhere. I don't know whose apartment this is, but I'm currently in the middle of it. And then we have my logo. But my logo is up twice now, so I don't want that. And then this is the train background, which I really like how the train background looks. It looks like you could see a little bit of the green on the top of my head a little bit, but that's not a big deal to me. At least you can see the difference between where I sit and where the wall is. So that really helps me out a lot. I will get better with that as well. All right, let's go back to my circle because I like my circle look. I don't like that color, so we're going to move back to a different color. And that's the color we're going to do. Do I want classic, minimal? You know, I like that minimal look right there. That don't look bad at all. Or block, minimal, or bubble. I'm going to go with minimal. I think I like minimal better. All right, so that's how I got my background up. Let's pull this back in now. We'll put it back like that. So I basically went to Joann Fabric, bought me some green fabric, and I made me a green screen today. And so that's how we got here. I get to show my photos, and I have a green screen now. So that is like 2 upgrades that I made today. And I learned this just from doing research on YouTube, and it's became very, very helpful. So now I can move back to, let's move back to comments, and let's go ahead and continue to move. So that is basically how I did it. Now, that is not the green that I have up right now. I just showed it to you. But that green is behind this right here. And if you can tell, that is how close I am sitting to the wall now. I'm not far from the wall at all. My arm is touching the wall right now. And I just have that much space. That's all I need. Excuse me. I have burnt myself out today with all that I've done. But this is basically me showing that yet again, as soon as I make a purchase, I go straight into EveryDollar and I add that purchase into my EveryDollar app. I don't wait until I get home and look and see it on my my bank account, even though I go through my bank accounts every day. I don't wait and do it that way. I do it this way. Like I said, as soon as I make a purchase, when I make a fuel purchase or when I make a purchase like this, and I still consider this a business expense because I consider YouTube a business for me. So this is a business expense, and that's why I have it in tools and equipment, because this is part of the equipment to make this live stream a little bit better. And I think just by being able to have a better background than what I had up at first, which was just a sheet off of it's like a bed sheet is all I had up before this. And now what I'm saying is all I have is a little piece of green fabric that I went to Joann Fabric and I paid for. I bought 3 different kinds. This one turned out the best because it was the longest. It automatically went down the whole wall. I'll take another picture of it, but it basically looks like that right there. But I like how it looks because now I can put up any background that I want behind me, and I really like that. So that's what I'm working with for now. All right. The other thing I did besides training my dog, on the 4th of every month, I give my dog her flea, tick, and heartworm medication. And this is what I give her. I have to force her to eat it. Like I have to literally force feed it to her, shove it down her throat. I don't really enjoy that, but she doesn't like it any other way. She don't like it that way either. but she will not take it any other way. So I have to force it. But this is what I give her every month. Man, goodness, I give her this every month on the 4th day of every month. So she gets these two things: interceptor, interceptor, and then I think it's like I don't know, Sorelio or something like that. But she's 51 pounds. I take her to the vet monthly. I get this, and then I just bring it home and give it to her then. And so that's what we did today. Actually, before and after training, because I trained her 2 times today so far, which I won't do anymore. We'll just take her out again to go to the restroom before she's done for the night. But that is what I give my dog, and I do that on a schedule on the 4th day of every month. And today was the 4th, and it just happened to be Monday, so that's why I did it. Here we go. I got a couple things. Once again, I'm not doing these slides in any kind of manner other than the way things happen throughout my day, kind of. Today, I got a email, a DM from this person. I don't know who they are, but you can read what they said. I feel like a lot of people are scamming these days. I get scams for the barbershop. Yesterday, the scam for the barbershop was, hey, I need 15 haircuts done on Wednesday. I'm like, you got to book through my booking app. And then they're trying to, I want to pay you in cash. It's like, I don't do that. So it seems like everybody's a scammer these days. And I don't really mess with scammers, but this was what I got. He made me feel great by saying that my YouTube content was so great. I'm thinking like, I finally got somebody to connect with me. And then it's really, if you want to get more views. I am the type of person that I don't do this for the views. I don't do this for, I'm not trying to become like the biggest YouTuber. I am trying to grow things organically. I don't want any more people watching me than I am ready for. Like, I don't want to wake up with the pressure of, oh, you got 1,000 people watching you, 2,000 people watching you. And I have not built up to that, because to me, when you get things too fast, you don't know how to maintain it or take care of it. And so as things grow slowly, it doesn't feel like nearly as much pressure on you to perform. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't need any help. Well, I can't say that I can't get better. What I'm saying is, if who I am is not that yet, then I'm not ready to be there yet. And so that's why I'm here. The other thing, somebody asked me about my hoodie, where I get it from. And so I'm gonna start doing little videos like this to tell people the information that they ask me, even if they're not watching. Somebody could watch it later. But basically, I get my Bengals hoodie from this place, Fandango. I think it's Fandango or Fanatics, I think it is. And it's too small for me to read. Yes, Fanatics. I can see it better from my TV than I can on here. Anyway, that's where I get it from. And this is the Salute the Service hoodies. Every team can get one. I get mine every year. I currently have 5. I didn't even know they did it before 5 years ago. But once I found out, I started making sure that I get one every year. You have to pretty much buy them early because they end up selling out. You can also get these at like Dick's Sporting Goods, but a lot of times they're sold out. Or like when I go to the one in the mall that I work at, they typically only have female sizes left over by this time. So yeah, that's it. And then the pants that I wear, these are the only pants that I wear. That's the only color that I wear them in. They are 511 tactical pants, and that's what I wear. I wear them in that color. The reason why I wear my pants in that color, and this is the only shirt that I wear, but I wear this shirt in multiple colors, is because this is my uniform, and I wear this uniform everywhere, every day, for on here and at work. When I'm at the barbershop, the only time it's advertisement for me. The only time I don't wear this shirt is when I'm working the train, because the train is not my business. So I wear the shirt of the business, and the business owner that's what he wants. So that's what I do. Anyway, those are just the things that I wanted to show for that. It was just because I'm trying to learn the slides. Oh, this was, I mean, Quincy Jones passed away. I don't know what to say about this, but I would like to say rest in peace to Quincy Jones. He was 91 years old. I believe he passed away last night in his home. I did not know some of these things about Quincy Jones that now I am starting to know. Like he worked with I didn't know a lot about him. I just knew he was famous, but I didn't know what he was famous for. And now I'm starting to find out that he worked with Michael Jackson. He had a lot to do with some of Michael Jackson's greatest hits. And he also worked with I forgot the guy's name. I can't see it up there either. I don't see where I set it up there now. But basically, I just wanted to say RIP to him. I did not know what he was famous for, but I mean, you can't say that you hadn't heard his name at some point in your life. And that's how I felt. He was I mean, I guess like a big impact in Michael Jackson's life. And when I heard that, I just wanted to make sure I put that up because hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I learned a lot today. That's what I was trying to say. You probably missed some of it, but I got my I learned how to put photos up, and I have a background now. I went and got a green screen today. But yeah, so Quincy Jones, rest in peace. Then this right here, I thought this was crazy. So a young man had he rescued a squirrel, and he had the squirrel for 7 years. And I guess him and the squirrel went viral on TikTok, and somebody called, like, I don't know who, but basically it's in New York, and some officials in New York came and took the squirrel from him and said that the squirrel had rabies or whatever. And so they euthanized the squirrel. The squirrel's name is Peanut. I just don't understand how stuff like that happens. It just seems funny to me how somebody can call in and then something that is dear to you can get taken away. And now I guess this squirrel had hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok or Instagram, or I don't know where. I was not following it. But I just thought it was weird. They came and took the squirrel from the person and they euthanized it. It's like, why would you do that? But I'm not a animal like advocate like that. But I guess what I'm saying is I just thought that was weird. And it's because people, I don't know, but I won't be putting my dog on social media no more. It is sad about the squirrel. I feel bad for the squirrel because while I was watching a couple other people talking about the squirrel and the guy seemed like they had a great bond. The squirrel would follow him around the house, jump on him while he was in the refrigerator, all kinds of stuff. I might look into some of his content later, but I don't know much about the squirrel. But I just wanted to go ahead and put that in here just because I learned how to make photos. This is why I did all this, just because I wanted to see if I could put stuff together and then come up with talking points for it. This is kind of like helping me with my notes. I would like to, today I just shot photos of everything that I did for the day, and then I just put them in a slideshow, and that's how I got this stuff together. And a lot of it, if you look at the difference in how everything is put up, I just played around with how many different ways I could put things together. And in the beginning, I was just using all of what they showed me, like what the app had for placing photos. And then later on, like this photo, I started just going ahead and putting things together for myself. So that is what I ended up doing. And I learned a lot today, how to put up photos. Now I got a green screen background, and hopefully this is going to help me with my presentation at some point. But let's see if I have any more. This is another thing. So every Monday, I wait till the market closes, and I invest in SCHD. That's the only stock that I invest in the stock market, and this is what I've been doing for probably since June. I got out of debt in April. I had a couple purchases that I need to make in May. And then in June, I started investing in the stock market. And I've been blessed because after I had 4 investments, I got my first dividend payout. And then I just recently got another dividend payout. It says September 30th. That's where it says 1.9. How much did I start off with? Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So how much did I start off with? I started off, well, my first purchase was, hold on, let me explain it, how I started off. So I started off doing $500 every Monday. And then what happened was I met a financial planner. If you look how it says I had 18 shares, but this was not how it was going back then. Back then, it was like 70 some dollars a share. It was like 70, $76 a share. And so I was saying I was fortunate because I jumped in at the right time. What they did here recently, they did a stock split. And so they took every one share that you bought and they turned it into 3. So at one point in time, I only had 70 shares and I was buying them 6 at a time. I would buy 6 shares. Basically, what I was doing was dollar cost averaging, and I was buying as many shares as I could buy up to $500 without going over $500. So it would be like a little bit less. And then I met a financial planner, and she told me that she wanted me to stop investing and start increasing the amount of money that was in my 6-month living expenses. So I stopped investing 16 shares or 18 shares. So you see August 13th and then August 20th. So between August 13th and August 20th, I met with that financial planner and she told me to stop investing and I could not do so. But what I did, see, I enjoy it. So like I enjoy spending money, and investing in the stock market feels like spending money because you're still buying something, but you get something in return. I really like that. So what I did was I was going to get massages, especially after my knee surgery. And I told her that that's what I was doing, and it was helping me greatly, even though now I feel okay without it. So what I did was I stopped investing in massages, and I took the money that was for massages and I invested in the stock market. So I basically took something out that I loved. Since she told me to stop investing so much and put it into savings, I started putting that money in savings. And then I took money from something that I enjoyed and I just said, well, I'll just invest this money into the stock market. So I basically was paying about $80 for a massage. I took that money and I started investing in the stock market, but I was only able to buy 1 share a week. That was it, 1 share a week. And when they did the stock split, now I can buy 3 shares a week. So now what I'm saying is $100 a week. So it's $400 a month. Or unless it's a 5-week, like if a week has 5 Mondays in it, then it's $500 for that month. But most months have only 4 Mondays in it. So I just invest $100 a week into SCHD, and I always wait until after the stock market closes, and then I invest. And then tomorrow I will see what I made my purchase for, what value I made it for. So I am just dollar cost averaging, and you can look through the 3 different ones and it'll tell you basically how much. So my SCHD is $26.58, but SCHD is currently selling for $28.13. So that means each share that I own has made $1.55 a share, which I have 232 shares, 0.9005, and that at $1.55 a share equals up to 300. I believe that says 360. It's too small on this screen. 360, I do believe, is what it says, is how much unrealized gains I've made off of it. It's a 5.83% increase. I like seeing numbers, so I really enjoy looking at this. I don't know anything about the stock market. I am learning. And this is how I learned, by just playing around with stuff. I'm saying the same way I'm doing with this StreamYard, that's the same way I do with the stock market. I just take chances on things and see how they work out. And I'm gonna be honest, I just love taking chances. Not big risk chances though. Like hold on. I don't like taking chances. I like taking calculated risk. That's what I like to do. To me, even if it drops, it doesn't matter to me, because how I view it, everything goes up over time. I'm not putting this money in to take out tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can leave this money in forever. I don't care how long it stays in. I don't need it. Let's be clear. This money is not like money that, like, I don't even account for this money. And the reason I say that is because this money is the money that I regained back from my snowball. What I mean is, I did Dave Ramsey's Every Dollar, or his snowball, debt-free snowball, his baby steps. That's what I'm saying. And while I was doing that, I was just really focused on how I can get out of debt. And then when I got out of debt, I realized this money was money that somebody was basically stealing from me. And so what I've done is I've taken the money that somebody was stealing from me and I put it in the stock market, and now somebody's investing in me. They're paying me. So before, I was in debt and I was losing like $1,600 a month. Now I'm out of debt. And since I've been out of debt, I have already made $360. Now it's been as high as $500, but now we're down to the 300. But it doesn't matter to me, because as long as I see green, I feel like I'm in the good. And what I really like is, I don't really hope this, but if it ever falls below the value that I started investing in it, I'm going to buy as much of it as I possibly can. Because how I view it, 10 years from now, it don't matter what I paid getting in, it's going to be worth way more than what I paid. And what I really like about dollar cost averaging is, even when I buy one at a higher point than what I bought it at, when it averages it out, it just makes whatever I bought everything at go up by pennies instead of going up by dollars. I believe the earlier you invest, the better. I don't have much in there, but I was investing a lot more when I was doing $18 or 18 shares, or at that time it was 6 shares, but they split. And now I'm just investing and I'm getting 3 shares. I like that, because for a while I was just getting 1 share, but when they split, it went to having 3 shares. And I just like the way that looks a lot better. I have not put this month's money in yet. I will be doing that tonight. Like I said, today is the day that I normally do my bills and stuff, but I did my bills early this month. But I will go ahead and finish up everything else this evening after I get off of this live stream. But I've been busy trying to get things together for this live stream. So I did make the purchase though. Here it is right here. So tonight I made a purchase. It will not show until tomorrow morning, but this is what I made the purchase at, $28.19, but that is not correct. Since the market won't be open until tomorrow, I won't know what the value will be tomorrow. Tomorrow is election day, so I'm hoping that it opens with a little bit of a dip and I get it at a lower, but I'm assuming, depending on who wins the election, is going to say what the stock market is going to do immediately. And I feel like I am prepared. If it takes a dip, I will buy some. If it goes up, I will just sit and look and be thankful that it went up in value. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not trying to cash this out. Actually, I would like to play with this until the amount of money that's in here equals up to what I owe on my house. And then I would like to pay off my house. But at the same time, I'm thinking, if this is making me more money than my house interest rate, I don't know if I really want to do that or not. But I want to pay off my house as fast as possible. And so I'm hoping that this helps me do so. I've already made money off of it. If I can get more money into it, I feel like I can pay off my house faster. I'm not ready to do that yet. I am still just worried or focused on getting my 6-month living expenses. But how I view this is another asset, just like a car, just like a house, especially a car when it's paid off. If I ever needed to come up with money that I could not come up with, I would sell my car to get that money. I would sell, if I really needed a lot of money, I would sell my house to get that money or something like that. But uh, I want to pay off my house so that I can remove the feeling of stress over my life. And when I say stress, I mean, I just want to be able to control all my resources instead of feeling like I owe somebody every single month. That is my goal. Get my house paid off as fast as I can and be 100% debt free. And then I will take every dollar I can. Well, not every dollar, but uh, I will give myself enough money to be generous and give to others, and be generous so that I can live the life that I want to, spend a little bit every single month. And then other than that, everything else will be going into investments of some sort. I will start diversifying once I understand the stock market better. People are always like, oh, you need to be, what I'm saying is my life is already diverse because I have more than one stream of income coming in. So how I invest from this point is not so much like, I don't know, it's just for the better. So I don't feel like I have to be hard on myself because I have been doing my best to be responsible up until this point. I just did not know enough about debt and investing. And now at my age, I am learning, I'm staying out of debt from this point forward, and I will be doing my best to invest from this point forward. So I bought 3 shares last night, or tonight. It cost me $84.57. And that's normally what 1 share would cost me. I've had them as high, I had shares as high as $86. So I am doing good. My lowest shares that I've ever bought was $76. So this is great to me. If I can get it at 84.57, I would be happy with that. And I placed the order. And if you look to the side, it says action buy, quantity 3, limit. So the limit, the highest that they will charge me, I do believe, I don't know this yet, but I do believe the highest I can get charged. So if it opens up tomorrow at I don't know, 20, like let's say $29, I believe I'm still locked in at 28.19. Now, I believe if it goes down when it opens tomorrow, I get it lower because that's how it's always been. I don't think I've ever paid more than what I locked in at. I could be wrong though. I'm learning. And if I am wrong, I'll let you know because now I have the slides to see. I take screenshots on a regular basis anyway. So I've pretty much done with my slides. I didn't bring in a whole bunch of them. This was just showing my old fire pit. And then, so when I first learned that I had to make slides, I didn't have any content to put into the slides, and I really just wanted to practice. So I practiced and pulled in a bunch of different things, and I'm gonna show you something. Let's see if I can pull it up as well. Let's go in here and see what happens if I pull in a video file while I have up my slides. And this is how I made my new fire pit. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. So this was the process for making my new fire pit, and see what happens right quick. I basically dug a hole. I took a stump and put it in the hole. You can see the stump right there next to it. I put that stump down in the hole. Now, before I put that stump in the hole, I drilled the hole. I drilled the stump with drill bits, and I filled it with Crisco. Used Crisco, basically old cooking oil. Every time we got enough cooking oil, I just saturated that stump with cooking oil, and I put it down in the ground. And the reason why I did this is because I called this an earth candle. I had this thing burn for about maybe 2-3 weeks. And what I did, if you look, I just put rocks all around the bottom. And so this stump is growing down. It's going down into the ground. And I take the ash out of the hole and I rake the ash up over the top of the, so let's remove this and see what happens. Okay. So here we go. Now, if you look at this photo, what the heck? Oh man, I lost the photo. Okay, so I'm learning. But anyway, if you look, I'm down inside the hole with the fire pit now. So you can see that I built up with rock and I also dug down into the hole. After that stump burned all the way down because it had Crisco, it burned for days. I could just throw wood on top of it and it would just keep catching fire. And so what I did, if you look here, you can see the bottom left-hand corner. That is what it looked like as soon as I built it. The bottom right-hand corner is still the same thing. Same picture, same kind of time frame. And then if you look up in the top right-hand corner, you can see that you can't see the individual rocks anymore because over time, I just kept raking the ash out of the fire pit and raking it around the top of the fire pit. And you can see the flowers growing next to it, all that good stuff. I don't have anything else. I think that was oh no. So you can see it better here. The big one on the left-hand side, you can see how the fire is coming up out of the hole because that is a hole. And then the one up above on the right-hand side, you can see how high I can get flames to come up out of that hole and it still stays contained. And then people can walk around on that top level. It is now as high as that log that was in that video. Wait, right. You can't see the log. You can see the log right here on the bottom left-hand side, but then you can't see it in any of the other pictures. But basically, that's pretty much it. I have nothing else. I just wanted to get on here since I learned that, and I got this green screen. I think that this is great. Let me pull up a full picture. There we go. And I like this backdrop. Yep. So now this is what I have. This is it's getting better every single day. I feel like I was not prepared for all of the photos, not like I thought I was, but I still made it through an hour. And now I have a new backdrop, which I'm going to try and tomorrow. I work the train tomorrow, so I think I'll get a couple photos inside of the mall, and I will try and find a way to get those photos up as a background. I'm going to look for other ways to find better looking backgrounds. This doesn't bother me with the train behind me. It's just that was the first thing that I could grab and get it up quickly. And I'm glad that I was able to. I really don't have much else. Oh, tomorrow is election day. So I'm saying everybody get out and vote. Get out and vote. Make your vote heard. Other than that, I ain't got much else to say. I think I could probably go through here and try and find something else that I can do to learn this app better. I like the banners. I have not been playing around with the banners much. Let's put up, that's what we'll be showing tomorrow, train content. I think I'm going to shoot a couple videos of the train tomorrow. I have not decided how. I have sat here and played around with this to charge it up. I believe it's charged now. It is charged. I could take this in, but I have not figured out how I'm going to connect it to the train yet. It does not have a way to mount it without using some kind of a GoPro adapter, but I think I will be taking it to the train tomorrow and trying to catch a couple different angles. I wouldn't even mind doing a I was about to say 3D, but it's not 3D, a 360 video and putting it up on YouTube for everybody to be able to witness 360 on the train. I don't have anything else that I really want to talk about. So I'm just on here trying to get through an hour right now. I did the slides, which works out great. I feel like I can get better with the slides if I put up words to go with it. I like the fact that I can do screenshots and put up pictures pretty easily. So this is the stuff that I feel like I'm going to keep doing until I get better and better at this. Today was a little harder than yesterday, and I had better quality everything today, but I made it to an hour. So that's all I got. I didn't really have anything much that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to go through those slides because today was the first day I learned how to put photos up. And it was the day that I got my green screen up as well. So now I feel like I will be bringing different backgrounds. I will be bringing different photos. And this is going to help me better with my talking points, because now when I see things that I want to talk about, I will just either do a screenshot of it or save the photo and then just put it up in Keynote. And that's what I did. This is a PDF. Let's put this back up. Let's see if I can do it. This is all a PDF that I just did in Keynote. And all I did was just took photos of my day as it happened. Anything that I could think of, I just did that. And it worked out great. I'm happy with it. Hey, I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, I made it through another hour, and that's all I'm trying to do each day. So I'll be back on here tomorrow, just trying to get better and better. Forgive me for being so tired today, but my swim really took the energy out of me. And so now I'm ready to go ahead and call it a day. It's 11:01. What can I say? I can say I'm about to be on my way. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Much respect, much love. Hey, this your boy, and we out.